We're at City of Rocks State Park in New Mexico, and it is like 25 minutes or so north of Deming. It's pretty much in the middle of nowhere. In fact, I was already going to upload our most recent video. There's no service for that. We are enjoying it. It is so nice here. In fact, it's really nice that we're really unplugged. Fun hikes, and it's some really cool scenery. I guess these were formed by volcanoes something like 34 million years ago. And we love facts like that and learning science on the road. If you watched our video about schooling on the road, you'll know that that's a little bit of how we're doing schooling as far as science and history goes. Is going to cool places like this and then learning about how they were formed or the history of them. Right here. This is fun. This is actually a part of the Planet Trail here. It's called the Apache Dancer. Yet again, it's just the theme of New Mexico, either for this time of year or just always, or just for us, but it's a little bit windy. But oh my goodness, it is so pretty here. So we are at City of Rocks, and it is in Faywood, New Mexico, which is just north of Deming, and it is so pretty here. We did 2 nights of dry camping, and then we just moved for the next 2 nights to an electric and water site, mostly because it's on lower ground and we're supposed to have 50-mile-an-hour winds coming through tomorrow. We're supposed to be traveling, but that's just not going to happen. We're not going to risk that. So I'm actually walking out now. They have a botanical garden and the sun is setting, so I'm going to go check that out. Guys, it is so pretty here. This mountain in the background, I need like a pointer. That mountain in the background back there at the very, very top is where the summit is that we climbed to the other day. It said it was an 800 feet elevation gain according to my Garmin watch. According to the pamphlet, it's like 500, so not really sure. But we're gonna go with 800. But it took us 5 miles round trip to go up to the top and back. The kids did really well. Okay guys, so I was looking through our City of Rocks footage and realized I really didn't have that much, and I didn't do a good job of talking about the campground and the state park itself. So I wanted to go ahead and jump in here from the future and kind of tell you a little bit about City of Rocks. So City of Rocks is a state park, and their camping, much like the rest of New Mexico, is very affordable. It was $10 to dry camp and $14 a night for their electric and water sites. With that said, there was not a lot of electric and water sites. I think that there are 10 total. 4 of them are taken by volunteers, and only 2 of them can be reserved ahead of time. The others are first come, first serve. There are several sites that can be booked ahead of time that are in the dry camping area, and like I said, those are $10 a night. But as I said in the video, we ended up needing to switch to the electric area, not because we cared about the electricity, but just because of some logistics with the weather. The hiking was great. We actually hiked up to Table Mountain with the kids, which was about 5 miles a round trip from our site. It was fun. There was a few inclines in it, but our 8-year-old and 6-year-old did it just fine, as well as our 3-year-old, but to be fair, he spent a lot of the time being carried. So, but all 5 of us did make the trip up there. It was really fun. I think that a lot of abilities could do that hike. Also, there were a few hikes that were down without any sort of elevation gain. We did some hiking in and out of the rocks. There was also an astrological hike that we did, which was a really fun. This was so neat because you started off kind of near the visitor center and you read a little bit about our galaxy and such, and then I think it said every 2 steps for an adult equaled so many thousands of miles, I can't remember, like in space. And so like you started off at the sun and then you walked so many paces to another post that went to, you know, another planet and things like that. And it was supposed to be scaled down so that every foot was a certain amount of miles, you know what I mean? So that was really cool, and it took us around the campground a little bit as well. So I highly recommend doing some of those hikes if you are there. Also, the gift shop was really neat. They have a video like most state parks and national parks seem to have these days. The kids enjoyed watching the video. They also had this really cool like stand that the kids could be at and touch and feel a lot of different animal artifacts and different things. I will say it was kind of in the middle of nowhere, which was fine. We were using this as a little bit of a vacation from our vacation, I guess. We weren't going to be doing any work or anything, so that was fine. But there was a very limited cell phone service. Also, not many TV channels come in, which normally is not an issue for us, but it was Super Bowl weekend, so we had to do a little bit of juggling so that we could get the Super Bowl in, and it didn't even work very well the way that we did it. So, but it is a really good chance to get away. The facilities were clean and nice, and it is definitely something that I would recommend. Alright, so I just wanted to add a little bit of commentary to the footage that I got, because at first I was just going to not do a video on City of Rocks because I felt like I didn't have enough to really give you, but it was such a neat place. I wanted to be sure that I shared it with you, and so I thought throwing in some commentary would make it worth your while to watch the video. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, be sure to do that before you leave, and we will see you soon. Bye.